welcome to SVG-TV's news for Wednesday, September 28th, 2022. I'm Triska Campbell with the details. Just under 3 weeks since the September 11th vehicle crash near Bonny River in Sandy Bay, which claimed the lives of 5 members of the Clear Valley community, this country has recorded another fatality. Dead is Siraj Bacchus of Pruvian Vale, a delivery truck driver who succumbed to his injuries after crashing into the Adams Brothers building in Arnesville around 1:30 p.m. this afternoon. Scores of Vincentians gathered at the scene, with many offering assistance to free the driver, who appeared pinned in the vehicle. The ambulance service responded swiftly to the scene, but unfortunately he died. Unconfirmed reports are that 2 other persons traveling in the vehicle with Bacchus jumped out and were spared the worst. Residents of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines are being called to prayer. This as the Ministry of Education and Ecclesiastical Affairs declares Monday, October 3rd, 2022, a National Day of Prayer. The day will be observed under the theme, Always Pray and Not Give Up. The event is being organized by the Ministry of Education and National Reconciliation in collaboration with the National Day of Prayer Committee. The event aims to unite the nation in prayer. The activities scheduled for the day include workplace devotions, school devotions, interactive on-air prayers via radio, and online prayer sessions via Zoom from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Acting Prime Minister and Minister of Transport and Works, the Honorable Montgomery Daniel, has said that BRACSA has completed repair works on 471 houses that were damaged coming out of the eruption of volcano's eruption at a cost of $2.5 million. Speaking on NBC Radio's face-to-face program this morning, Minister Daniel said that on average in level 1 and 2, repairs on each house cost $5,311.25. Minister Daniel noted that the overall assessment have indicated that there is another 700 houses to be done under level 1 and 2.
In the level 3 and 4, there are approximately 129 houses that were completed at a cost of $3.7 million. It means, therefore, that under this program, just approximately 600 or so houses would have been completed at a cost of approximately $6.2 million.
The acting Prime Minister said that despite the varying levels of success with the repair program, there is still work to be done.
Under the overall assessment that was done since the eruption of the La Soufrière volcano, that there are still some 80 more houses to be done under that program, and subsequent to that is that reports have come in where another 25 houses needs to have repair work done on them. And so you're looking at another 105 houses to be done under the program of the level 3 and 4. We are now looking again at another $6.2 million to complete the overall work of the damage that was done during the eruption of the La Soufrière volcano. It is difficult under the circumstances, but the work has been ongoing. A number of contractors would have been employed, and a number of contractors really have been working hard to get the work going.
Meantime, work is set to begin this week on construction of additional home at the new housing site at Orange Hill. Speaking on NBC Radio this morning, Acting Prime Minister and Parliamentary Representative for North Windward, Montgomery Daniel, said the land is currently being cleared and road development is being done. He also indicated that contracts have been signed with contractors and construction work would begin later this week. As it relates to the families who are currently occupying the 27 houses that were built earlier, Minister Daniel indicated that though they have settled in well, there are a few issues that have been brought to their attention and they are being addressed.
I want to indicate that for the 27 houses that were handed over approximately a month ago to the 27 families, the families have settled in well, but there are one or two issues that would have arisen due to plumbing problems and so on, and these are being sorted out. Okay. These are being sorted out at this time. But by and large, in a new settlement, of course, we would have made the application for street lighting in that area. And that is one of the complaints we are getting at the moment from the families who have settled in there, that the street lights are required to be in so that we can have a complete settlement in that area.
In other news now, President of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Teachers Union, Oswald Robinson, has described current work being done to complete repair work on some schools here as a work in progress. However, he says the union cannot rest on its laurels. It has to get on the back of the authorities, and one way to do that is to draw the attention of the public. Robinson says if you relax, some of these things may remain unfinished for a very long time, and the longer they remain that way, the more the impact on the quality of the classroom.
A lot of times the employer don't want to hear you speak about the quality of the classroom. Yes, we need quality teachers, we need quality leadership, we need a quality curriculum, we need quality students. But a lot of time people don't speak about the quality of the environment. It must be conducive for learning. We're not only speaking about the psychology which is involved in creating that conducive environment in terms of how the teacher would interface with the students and creating a caring, nurturing environment. That is important. But the physical conditions of schools, we need to have a systematic program in place. We can't wait until a week or two before school ready to open to have things done. In fact, based on our collective agreement, the decision that the government arrived with us, and that is since 2005, is that schools repairs and maintenance must be done on a termly basis. So you can't wait until the term ends. It has to be ongoing, it has to be systematic. You need a proper program in place to do that.
Robinson says a proper assessment of schools and a proper budget must be done, noting that issues that were present at the St. Vincent Grammar School since 2019 are still there.
The Teachers Union did a comprehensive assessment of a number of schools in St. Vincent and the Grenadines since 2019, and that has been shared with the Ministry of Education. And a lot of those things still exist. For example, the boys' grammar school, when we visited there in 2019, we see bat droppings, and the principal say not true. And a very student from that school in the Lions Club public speaking competition brought it out and said, yes, bats dropping. And the bats dropping are still there. You need to find a way to keep out the bats. Proper fencing could be done in some areas. Some fine wire mesh, you could put that and keep out the bats. It's still there. It is still there. The yard is in a deplorable condition, especially now in the rainy season. Swampy. Poor drainage. The building is not properly fenced. Lack of electricity in the science lab. Poor internet. You see water settling on the corridors. And you're wondering if this is something refurbishing, spending so much money, getting a loan from the soft loan from the Caribbean Development Bank. You have the Argyle Primary School have a similar problem with bat droppings. There's a school on the leeward side. You have shortage of blackboard and furniture. And I don't know what the authorities really.
Following a visit to the grammar school last week, the Teachers Union president lamented the poor condition of the environment at the school, which he said was not conducive to learning. The World Pediatric Project, the WPP, has successfully completed its first regional strategic planning and team building workshop held here in SVG. The schedule was centered on the transition and strategic planning for the next 3 years, database training, team building, and overall wellness components. The team building and stress management sessions were facilitated by Ms. Lafern Fraser of Upcycle. A yoga and meditation session led by Mrs. Radon Howard John of Free Spirit SVG was also included. The session fell in line with the Caribbean Wellness Month of activities that are currently recognized and celebrated in the month of September by the SVG Ministry of Health. The workshop was conducted to facilitate the training and empowerment of all staff of the Caribbean Executive. Director for the Caribbean, Lauren McIntosh Shallow, said it was important to bring the team together and strengthen training across the board as the WPP seeks continuously to improve the quality of care and service given to their families throughout the region. Present at the workshop were CEO Vav Akvan, a member of the board of directors Tom Bond, all of the regional country representatives, along with other U.S. and local staff members. The workshop was held at the Young Island Resorts from September 5th to the 10th. Individuals interested in supporting the work of the WPP can contact the local office at 451-2989. That's 451-2989. Persons with leadership responsibilities to implement the Occupational Safety and Health Act of 2017 within their various organizations were today told to keep healthy and production will go up. Attending the launch of JARC St. Vincent Limited's Workplace Safety and Health Conversation Series, Workplace Health and Safety Consultant, Director of JARC, Eric Kipps, told those in attendance that the safety of employees in the workplace is one of the main factors which contributes to increased profits. The consultant pointed out that safety is more than just a hard hat or giving someone a vest, etc.
What does it cost a company for one employee staying home a day? Anybody ever work the maths? What does it cost a company for one injury? One injury. What does it cost if an employee loses a finger? So, what does it cost if an employee breaks a hand, breaks a leg, hurts their back? And then, of course, as is so prevalent, what about how does it affect a company when an employee dies? You ever thought about that? How much does it cost a company if an employee dies at work? A lot of companies who have had that type of experience did not survive.
The series of workplace safety conversations are designed and presented in a workshop format to provide the organizations with the necessary knowledge and tools required to effectively implement and manage health and safety in the workplace. At the first conversation, they were expected to discuss the SVG-OSH Act of 2017, which, when operationalized, will place a duty of care on employers to create and maintain a safe and healthy working environment. Today's conversation took place at the Sunset Shores Hotel conference room. Persons who are differently abled can now easily access parking lots at Gitt's Supermarket in Prospect and Randy's Diamond Supermarket thanks to Ariel Oliver, Miss St. Vincent Brewery Limited, contestant number 5 in the upcoming Miss SVG pageant. On Saturday, September 24th, 2022, Oliver, along with her sponsor, went a day touring the constituency of South Wynwood. The tour began with installation of a disabled reserved parking sign at Gitt Supermarket. According to Oliver, there needs to be more efforts in accommodating the needs of persons who are differently abled. One such need believes is shopping and convenience at various supermarkets throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. At Randy's supermarket, Oliver's arrival was greeted by a few persons in the community who are differently abled as well as well-wishers of the cause. Following the installation of the sign, she presented a gift basket to Jose Joseph and Jemai Edwards, compliments of a number of local businesses. From Randy's supermarket, Oliver continued the tour of her community, handing out more gift baskets and spent time with the differently abled persons as she culminated a successful week of activities advocating for the differently abled. The Geku Miss SVG Community Service Project is a first of its kind. Each contestant is tasked with implementing a series of activities within communities across SVG under a selected theme. The Miss SVG 2022 pageant is slated for Saturday, October 29th, 2022.